This is Jukka. Today we have a look at the TRI touchscreen user interface and its connectivity to CU and CULH ceiling mounted controllers. When the TRI is connected to the controller, it will start automatically to communicate. And what we see on this screen is the default configuration when this happens. In this device we have a temperature, built-in temperature, CO2 and a humidity, and these measurements are sent to the CU controller. Also we can override the settings from this device to the CU and the set points. What we see here is this in an off condition. If I activate by pressing the off icon, now it is in active mode. Now by pressing the set point buttons up and down, I can adjust the settings. This is now sent to the CU and CULH via Modbus registers. It will be also visible on the My tool, so if you want to have a settings in a Y tool and read the values from the CU, you can see what's going on. What we have here is a humidity and temperature measurements. They are rotating on that small action ring, and we can also activate the CO2 measurements to be displayed there. We also have a fan speed. At the moment it shows manual 0, and by pressing the fan icon we can activate, for example, manual fan speed 2. This signal is now sent to the CU/CULH using a Modbus input register 2, and now the controller will start to control to a manual fan speed 2. If we go to fan speed 3 and then we go to the automatic, now the TRI sends the message to the CU and CULH saying the device is in automatic mode. So the user is asking automatic control, and now the CU and CULH will start control to the automatic settings and configuration inside the device. If I now press the action ring, I can go to the settings via the second screen. So I go to the settings screens, and if I go to display settings, I can now activate the CO2 display. So that is now activated. And if you come back to the front screen, you can see now it's rotating between CO2 reading, between the humidity and the temperature. I can also disable the measurements from this action ring one by one. So if I go to the settings and the display, I can go there and disable the humidity display and a CO2 display and return back to the front screen, and now it's only showing the room temperature. I can also rename that room temperature text from the available texts in the configuration menu, and I can also disable it. So if I go back to the display, what we have here is sensor 1 text, sensor 2 text and sensor 3 text. And the sensor 3 text now says room, and I could change it from here by pressing the room field to different settings. But if I go back to the beginning, to the disabled, and come out to the front screen, so now we have no temperature sensors on our display. I can also go to the settings to enable lock. So if I go to the operating modes, there's a lock mode. I can set it up to no input, so nothing can happen through the display once it's locked. And actually let's set up the password as well. So let up the password for that 111. And if I now come to the front screen, it's operating as normally. You can adjust the set points, etc. And if I lock the screen, I need the lock code. And if I go back to the front screen, you can see there's nothing on the display. I can't enable, disable the functions. I can't set up the set point. I can't change the set point because it's locked. And I can go back to the lock screen and unlock it by setting the code there, and it's back to the normal operation, and I can also manually override. Thank you.